African Magic Yoruba movies is that they will show you how, oh, this person went to Babalawo or something, and then they will not tell you that it's going to be this bad or it's going to be this hard, and then you just enter into their trap, bam, and then before you know it, like this, you're like, I didn't know like this, you did not tell me this and that. Oh my God, all the prophets have been killed, they're falling to bow, they are worshiping Baal. I am the holy one, only me is standing, me. When I saw this video, it's skits by Joshua Mike-Bamiloye, I was like, he's joking. It cannot be serious. It's a lie. Until we saw the movie. And I'm like, caveat or notice, or for you people to know, every reaction that you see online from friends or family, or that you've just seen basically online about watching this movie, and everybody was like, it is true. I honestly think this review will not do justice to everything I'm about to tell you. I wish I had done like a reaction video for this instead. But I promise you, it is true. It is very, very true. You know it already. The movie we're about to review today is Under Siege. Hello everyone, my name is Igbinlade Timlua Princess, the Storyshower, and you're welcome to the Reviews Corner. It has been a journey. It has been really, really nice doing these videos and posting it and getting you people to follow them. I see the views, I see the support, I see the shares. Please don't watch and go. Like, subscribe, comment. Why are you not subscribing? Why you watch and not subscribe? Why? I really should attach Joshua Mike-Bamiloye's video. Subscribe! So anyways, the movie we're going to be reviewing today, I really wish I could just sing along or just sing through this whole movie review, so people can know that we're actually doing Under Siege the Musical movie review. Anyways, Under Siege is one of a kind. It's a phenomenal movie by Damilola Mike-Bamiloye, Uncle Damilola Mike-Bamiloye. It's one of a kind, honestly, because for me it's my first time watching a Nigerian Christian musical, and I think it's also the first for the Mount Zion Productions, and I've been a student of the Mount Zion Productions for a while. A student, not like officially, but I don't want to say a fan because it's more than a fan. I learned a lot from the movies, as in a lot about writing, a lot about cinematography. I learned a lot. So let's just say I've been a student of the Mount Zion movie production. I'm talking about movies written by Daddy Mike-Bamiloye, movies written by Uncle Damilola Mike-Bamiloye, movies written by even Emmanuel Mike-Bamiloye as well. I've just been there. So seeing this musical and seeing them literally pull it through and literally do this, it's a win. It's a win, honestly. It's really a win. And I think it's also one of the few Nigerian musical movies that we actually really have. It's a really small space, and it's not even a Christian movie. But anyways, don't let me bore you about that. Let's go into the storyline. Under Siege is a story about two main characters, Timi and Kolade, and their gospel artists. No, not gospel artists, they're just artists. They sing. Well, one sing for the fame, one sing for the other side of the world. Let's put it that way. While like he's a secular music artist or musician, while the others sing in the church. And one is influenced by another kind of spirit, the other is influenced by the Holy Spirit. Moving on, so the movie then goes on to unveil the dark side of the music world, the things that really cause the artists to do, or like the artists, the secular artists, to do what they have to always give in and all of those things, and then moves on to now show us how it pays to stay firm in Christ and in service to Jesus, and how whatever the devil gives you, you will take times tenfold of it. And if there's anything that I've learned from watching I say American as well, African Magic Yoruba movies, is that they will show you how, oh, this person went to Babalawo or something, and then they will not tell you that it's going to be this bad or it's going to be this hard, and then you just enter into their trap, bam, and then before you know it, like this, you're not like, I didn't know like this, you did not tell me this and that. And sometimes they also show us that these things that you're looking for, they would have happened naturally on its own, or God have made it come to pass, but you just had to get it quicker, in a quicker way. Like you just want to use a shortcut to get to where you're going to, which you will eventually get there at the end of the day, and then you enter into the trap of the devil. So basically that's literally all what the movie is about. So, and this is very, very star-studded by very popular gospel artists and also popular gospel actors, like Christian actors as well. Characters, we have Damilola acted by Joshua Mike-Bamiloye. Timmy. This character stressed me a lot. I'm like, God, literally, what kind of a child is this? So Timmy reminds me of a roommate that I had while in school, like way back in school. A roommate that I had in school, and this roommate is neutral, always wants to be neutral. She's not goody two shoes, but not all there in the other side as well. So easily influenced by any side. Oh, church, Christians, we are good, morals, stick by morals, she's there. Oh, party, club, this, that, she's there. Drinking, she's there, she's there. So Timmy reminds me of that character. He really wants to serve God well. He likes the shiny things. He likes the things that he's seeing that his friend is doing, which is Color Day. He likes the things that he's doing, and he just wants to get it. You don't want to be doing music tour in his bathroom. He wants to do it out there on the international stage like Color Day. And Color Day is like, guy, you don't know what it takes. So I genuinely believe that his sisters, Ore and Okwe, they are the weapon fashioned against him to just disturb his life.
Hello. Can we come in?
I'm already in.
Hi, brother.
So I'm guessing this is the mainstream song you're banking on.
What do you want?
I've come to help you make your song better. Yeah.
I think you should make your lives better first before you make my song better.
Please now.
Thank you very much.
Please.
How are you even
please.
begging him? What's the feeling like? It's not like the song is sweet like that.
Exactly. That's why I want to be alone.
But
Thank
we
you.
want to sing with you.
Yeah, we promise we won't disturb you.
Yep.
God. I was doing fine all by myself.
And that, it's so natural. I loved what they did with like the bickering, the back and forth between those siblings. It's so natural, very natural. I want to believe that perhaps, Damilola Mike-Bamiloye and his siblings used to do that, because it's very natural. And I know that my brother used to do that as well. He's always disturbing me. It's not the other way around, I promise you. Me, I don't disturb him. I'm a very calm girl. Moving on, then we have Kolade acted by Great Manta Kids. I'm biased already because I'm biased, I promise you. But I love the fact that it was the main character first of all. I'm like, oh wow, it's first time acting and he's the main character. Really? I loved that for him as an actor. But I love the character as well. It was a very great character. It opened up with him in fame, him really getting everything that he wanted and realizing that he actually doesn't want them, and wanting to change, wanting to want more, and just trying to get himself out of the mess that he had put himself in. And I like the fact that it wasn't a dull character. It was a character that was fighting for the things that he wanted to see in his life. It wasn't a character that allowed things happen to him, and that's just great writing. It was a character that was, I want this to happen, and like forcing things to happen, moving the plot. Like, we moved with him. I really, really loved that character, honestly. Then so he had a unique character arc, and we moved with him. I loved it. The characters are long that I want to talk about. I feel like I should talk about this character last, which is Gaspar by Uncle Mike Abdul. I've not seen him in this light before. We listen to your songs, Saz. We dance choreographies with your songs. We've not seen you like this before. So I loved seeing him in this element. I loved that character so much. The bad boy vibes, the dread, the way he talks, his diction. What? I loved it. It wasn't ras. It was just a composed, intimidating kind of man. And he gave us one of our best scenes. He gave us one of our best songs, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this review. I just loved his character. I loved this character. Well, you might think he's my best character or favorite character. We'll see, right? Yes. Then we have another character, Kate, by Momidara Simi Oyo. I always say this caveat that everything I'm saying on here is my opinion about, it's fictional about the movie and the characters, not about this person, not about the persons. But you see, Kate is the apropos. Kate is the unwanted apropos.
Imagine your sister go report me to my palace, say I no come choir rehearsal. As punishment, my palace come talk say my compose song for church on Sunday. As I did right now, they vex.
I don't know that girl's problem.
Your sister is a pest. I don't know why she finds it hard to mind her business.
She no get business. She no get work.
So Kate gave me these Elijah vibes of, oh my God, all the prophets have been killed. They're falling to bow. They are worshiping Baal. I am the holy one. Only me is standing. Me. That was the vibe she gave me. The self-righteous, only me. But she was right at the end of the day. She was actually right. And in terms of people that are in that situation where it seems like everyone has lost their way, everyone is desiring something else, and you can be easily influenced to follow because you are the only one standing that seems like you're the one that knows what is right. And I've had that kind of feeling before where it seemed like I was what was morals to me, what was the usual way of doing things, what was the Christian way of doing things, was seemed like I was the one doing too much. I was the SU, and I thought I was not even SU anything. And so I really what's the word now, I understand, I relate with how she felt. And you really need those kinds of people that can be the apropos in your life and report you to the authorities that would reset your brain and make you come back to what is right. So that was Kate's character, and no matter how much like what was your own, what is it, but it was a very good character at the end. It was a very needed character, and she was one there from the beginning to the end. I really liked it. Another character that we can talk about is Dr. Bello, acted by Mr. John Ogunswashe. That man needs to be sacked. That man needs to be sacked because I can bet you that man is probably sleeping with one or two ladies in that university. It was the man that was talking off point, talking about one young woman begging him for favor, this and that. That Dr. Bello. But at the end of the day, he gave me one of my really enjoyable scene, engaging scene, and it was one that had a comic relief to an extent, to a large extent to the movie. I really loved it. Then Dr. Okoro, acted by Chief Durosoya. Sorry, what is his real name? I know his real name, I'm joking. But it was a typical annoying, thinking is the most disciplined lecturer that we always have. I had a lecturer like that in school, and anytime we came to class late, most of my classmates can relate to this. I'm not talking about that lecturer, but you know that lecturer. Anyways, anytime we come late to school, you will hold us by ear and twist it. You are wasting your father's money. Is this what your father can do? Is this what your father sent you to school to do? You really hold us in front of the whole class. Hold us by, you will do it for every person. You will line up like this and he's holding your ear and twisting it. You're wasting your father's money. Is this what your father taught you? Is this what your father sent you to school to be doing? To be wasting your father's money. Oh yeah, go and sit down. Or sometimes we'll just make us stand outside for a long while and then still do the same thing. You're wasting your father's money. And we call him by that nickname. A lot of students know him. And so this man gave me that kind of vibe. And I felt like he was doing too much because this guy apologized. And then you just had to go and say, if you had chosen the right path, you'd have something. Bro, go and sit down. You're not that important. And it was proved right that it was not that important. Yeah, I'm trying as much as possible not to give so much spoiler, so you can also watch Understage the movie. But yeah, I was really expecting to see Daddy Mike-Bamiloye sing. I was waiting for when he's going to join them and sing. I was really expecting to see him sing. I was waiting to see Mommy Gloria Damilola as well to also sing, but they did not. In fact, Mommy Gloria Bamiloye, she was one that acted Timmy's mother, and she really gave me Iya Tao's vibe. If anyone knows Tao and Taoma, she does kids. Iya Tao that will give you snap. One day by sorry, what are you doing? Pa, reset your brain. She was one that wanted to beat Timmy when Timmy was doing somehow.
Yes, dear.
You are indulging this boy with unnecessary question, and I don't like it. Someone we should lay on the floor and spell on his back, Jesus is Lord, with correct cane.
She gave me that vibe. I was like, I didn't know that mommy can act strict mother. I will beat you up. But I loved her character, and yes, I was expecting to see them sing, but they did not. That's fine. It was only Timmy's father that sang, and that was interesting. And Shivdu also, his real name, sang. I cannot help it. Anyways, yes, Timmy's father was acted by Brother Martin. And yes, the last but not the least, definitely not the least, the villain in this movie, Elsa, which was acted by Mr. Babalola. What do I say about this character? He was the founding father of the record label, the one with so much atrocities, so much to talk about, but I'd rather not. Moving on. My favorite character. Oh my god, I feel like we've been talking about characters for so long. My favorite character is Timmy's father. He's really an angel in disguise. He was what I needed Reverend to be, and Reverend is Daddy Mike-Bamiloye, who was Kolade's father in the movie. He was what I needed Reverend to be, but he's really an angel in disguise. It was the one that was, I don't know how to put it, but I loved her character so much. I loved Timmy's father so much. He gave us the actuality of this Yoruba proverb or adage that says that something bad kawa funlekunje something, if you understand what I'm saying. But the child of one it cannot be that bad that will not throw him out to the lion to eat the child. My Yoruba people, just help me add it up in your brain. But basically, he acted out that adage. He was my favorite character, honestly, and I think there's no need for any explanation. If you watch it, you understand why he's my favorite character. So let's just move on. Favorite scenes. I loved a lot of scenes, and my favorite scene is the end scene. But if I say it, would you want to watch the movie? No. So I'm not going to say the end scene, which is my favorite scene, because it gave me a lot of out palpitations. I had to pause it, walk around, what is going on, and rant and just be like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do this? This, that. And forget that it's actually just a movie, and I cannot just go inside the movie and change all of these characters to do as I want them to do. So you have to feel that by yourself. I am not going to say that. Moving on, my other favorite scenes were the comic relief between Dr. Bello, Dr. Okoro, the vice chancellor, and one other professor that was also there, the dean that was also there. I loved. In fact, I had to pause that movie and wonder, okay, we've gotten the whole point of this scene. Why did it have to be so prolonged? I get that they wanted to add the comic relief, but I still think that scene could have been compressed. It was too long, and I didn't think it was needed. There were like repetitions of what they were saying, and I think that should be under my what I would have loved to see that scene to be kind of if you don't understand my Yoruba, let's do it small. Let it be compressed. You get me? But regardless, that was one of my favorite scenes as well. I loved the comic relief. I loved the scenes between oh my god, how could I ever forget this character, Samuel, acted by Gaze Baba, the head of the Samulians. For a while, I had to pause the movie and keep on saying Samulians. It reminded me of something. Samu. If you get Samulians. And I love his quotes. He was a very unique character because I liked the fact that they made him into an identity. Someone that's like I could just like, or if I should just hear any of his, I'll just be like, Samulians Lele. This is a Samulian. So I love these quotes, I love everything, I love those things. I love the conversation, that particular conversation between Timmy and Samuel when they were talking about you have to die.
Did I get rich?
Or you die trying.
No, I won't die. But I get your point, Sha. I'll be rich.
Guy, you die.
I don't want to die, say. It's not by force.
See this one. You guys die. If you don't die, how you go take get rich?
There were just lots of message under it. How that something in you has to die, which is your spirit man has to die for you to be able to undergo these things. And the funny thing is that even in Christ, even serving in Christ, even serving in the church, you have to die to a lot of things. You have to die to your ego. You have to die to your pride. You have to die to yourself. You have to die to the glory that you're looking for in yourself. You have to die to your desires. You have to die to you. So on both ways, you have to die. It's very similar, and I love that. Damilola Mike-Bamiloye, the writer, always play on how that the spiritual is almost the same on both sides, and there is a mirror to these things. And I like the fact that he always plays on that. He did the same with Apator when he was using this chant, no blood, no glory, and that was the chant they were using in like the evil world to say like before they can get glory they have to kill people, no blood. But it mirrors Christ dying, how that his blood was a sacrifice for us, and without his blood he could not have attained glory. Without his blood we could not have attained the glory that we now have in Christ. So I love the fact that he always mirrors the realities in these two different spirituality realms and all of those things. It is brilliant to do that. That is an act of brilliance that I want to achieve in writing, because you have to be really you have to have sense, or you have to be really intentional about understanding each of these dialogues to see that there are lots of messages embedded in the dialogues. And so yes, I love that conversation because there were lots of messages embedded in fact in the quotes that the head of Samulians, that is Samuel, in the quotes that he gave, there are lots of messages embedded in it, but we're not going to uncover all of that in just this video.
I will tell you everything and tell my fellow Samuelians.
Don't they call that name beside me again?
If you know what you want, then go for it. Do not permit anyone to hinder or impede your path to advancement or success.
Wow, that's deep.
Thanks.
Anyways, moving on. Instead of favorite lines, we are going to favorite lines, but instead of favorite lines, I'm going to give my favorite song. And I promise you, this is my favorite song. I was influenced because I mentioned that Under Siege was so sacred to me, was so kept to me that I could not watch it immediately. I had to wait for like a week to watch it and be literally prepared to receive and watch it and be like, I have to watch it close to when I want to make this video because it has to be fresh. So while I was waiting, I was seeing lots of spoilers, but not so much spoilers. But number one spoiler, and while I was influenced, in fact, while watching the movie, I was just waiting for when am I going to hear it's my favorite song. I cannot help it. And it's so funny when I saw that it was written by Mike Abdul himself. I'm like, this is very unusual him. And he wrote this song. I love it. I love it so much. So that's my favorite song. One thing that would go after it, or one thing that follows it, is okay, maybe it can also be no, not favorite line. It's still favorite song. That's Far Away, the remix. I loved Far Away, the remix. I also liked the song. Maybe it should have been my favorite scene. Yes, this part where the lecturer, Dr. Okoro, was like, "Who wants to be like him?" I like that ending part.
How many people want to end up gyrating around with no focus or ambition?
Sir?
Yes,
Just like him?
yes, just like him. Put your hands down.
It was very, very funny and very, in fact, I'd seen that scene. They had used it as a promotion for the movie before the movie came out, and so I was already looking forward to that scene already. And so the song was actually something I was also looking forward to. But chiki chiki chiki, it was playing in my head for a while. I made a voice record on my WhatsApp status, and my uncle messaged me. I was like, "Oh, Paul is well, princess." Because it was the way I was sounding. What's going on? But yeah, she be saying one blow because I say yes, sir. I loved it. I loved that song so much, and followed by its Far Away, the remix, as I mentioned. What I would have loved to see, I think a lot of people always wait for this end part. What I would have loved to see. Would I have loved to see anything better? I mentioned already that I would have loved that dialogue, which was between the vice chancellor and the three professors or doctors, Dr. Okoro, Dr. Bello, and the dean. I would have loved if it was too long for me. What else would I have loved to see? Okay, instead of what I would have loved to see, let's talk about what I have learned and what I think should have been portrayed more. How about that? Okay. So a lot of times, and I really think that God is so super intentional about the music industry. Just talking about the music industry, we've seen Under Siege, we've seen before Under Siege, we've seen Professor Suddenly. Even before all of that, we've had so many fathers in the faith, like Apostle Femi Lazarus, like Apostle Emmanuel Iren, like Pastor Lawrence Oyo, so many people like that talk about the music industry and the need for there to be structure and all of those things, and how that it's not just about the fame, even talking about Afro gospel. In fact, the interview that Apostle Femi Lazarus had with Gaze Baba talking about Afro gospel, and I remember him saying how that Afro gospel is not a replacement for Christians that you want to listen to secular music. You cannot listen to the secular music, so let's just give you Afro gospel so that you can listen to it instead. No. Basically, there has just been a lot of importance, a lot of emphasis made on the music industry and everything that has been surrounding it. My two takes: I'm not in the music industry, so tread carefully. I'm saying this to myself. I'm also saying this to you, so that you don't take my word and run with it. It's my opinion, right? I think there need to be a balance between how we talk about, oh, you can sing, but do it on God's platform and not on the enemy's platform. That is, don't sing secular music, and ensure that you are led to do this. Ensure that you've been called to do this. Ensure that the spirit backing you up is the spirit of God. So that, because at the end of the day, every song that you listen to, you are listening to the spirit behind it. It's the one influencing it. So whether a song is clean, like, oh, the song, the lyrics is not promoting any kind of this thing, but what of the spirit backing it? Do you understand what I'm saying now? So there needs to be a balance between us portraying what these platforms look like. How that will say, oh, if you want to go for the enemy's platform and you get the fame and everything, God is not going to be happy with you. Like, as though we are saying that when you're on God's platform, the fame and everything is not still going to come. And there need to be a balance in saying that, oh, when you're on God's platform, there might not be any fame. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. You cannot go extreme on both ends. You cannot go extreme and be like, if you're looking for fame, or go to the eminence platform, that is where you can find fame. But if you're looking to just serve God in quietness and humility, then God's platform is there. We really need to be careful in the way we define what God's platform means, or in the way we define what service to God means, or in the way we define what using. It's not even our talent, it's God has deposited them in us anyways. We really need to be careful in defining it. I mean, you can see the stereotype that is very popular, in which Kolade's father portrayed, that is the reverend, how he was saying that, God's calling for you to be in fact, genuinely, I thought he perhaps heard God concerning the destiny of his son, and saying that, oh, this is what this boy is going to be, this is what you're supposed to train him to be, or it's going to take over from you. But alas, he was just speaking out of his own stereotype pastor, you are my child, you are supposed to be groomed to take over. So it was a stereotype. I really genuinely thought that he had heard God and that was what he was called to do. And even in that, even as normal human beings, in whatever we do, purpose is revealed in stages. It is unveiled like onions, like peeling onions, stage by stage. You are called into doing more. You are called into expressing more. There is no one-way traffic or just one way of doing the will of God or doing the purpose of God. God can call you into so many platforms. You can be an author and a writer and still be a minister, like singing songs, or a ministerial, and still be a public speaker, and still be a content creator, and still be a producer of movies, and still be called into diverse expressions. But beyond all of that, going back to what I was saying before, there needs to be a way we can balance the narrative. We do not have to push across a narrative that says God's platform or singing or music industry in God's way is confined. And I mean, the way Simi was portrayed in the movie as, oh, it has to be abased, it has to be in humility, it has to be hidden, or there might not be international stages for it. And in reality, we see that there is a balance to these narratives. We see people called to do big things for God, and they're going on international stages. In fact, Great Man Takit had a UK tour, I think. Yes, he did recently. I don't know if it was a tour, it was just, I don't know, but Isha had something that had to do with UK recently, and like Great Man Takida acted Kolade in the movie. And so we actually see these people that are called to do big things for God, or called to be musicians, or called to be artists, gospel artists, or ministers of the gospel in the music industry, and they are also on international stages. But that does not mean that you that are called also by God, where you are just called to minister to the people in the church, in your local church, that does not mean that you also are not called by God. There has to be a balance to these narratives. We cannot portray one narrative as higher than the other. Everyone is called by God at the end of the day, in our diverse expressions, whether we are up there or we are down there, whether we are humble, whether we are put in a situation that's supposed to teach us humility, or we are put in a situation that is like really global for us. Regardless, the point is focus on Jesus. Let him be your audience. Do it for the audience of one. I have been to God. I have never met you there. He relates to us one-on-one. Do it for the audience of one. All right. It has been a long day. It is not a long day, but it has been a while already. We've been talking and talking and talking. You've been hearing me talk and talk and talk. Thank you for waiting thus far. Thank you for listening to the end. Thank you for watching to the end. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to like, to subscribe, to comment what you think about this episode. If you've watched Under Siege, comment what you think about this episode. Do you think I went too far? Do you think, oh, I should not have said this? Or do you think, oh my god, I totally relate to this while watching the movie? Please do comment. And if you've not watched Under Siege, what are you waiting for? I hope I did not give too much spoilers. Please do go and watch it immediately. I think what made me so happy about what I was doing, or what I am doing, is when I uploaded the last 2 episodes. That was episode 2, when I reviewed Damilola the movie, and a friend of mine reached out to me and said that, oh, after watching your review, I went to go and watch the movie. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm always worried that I was revealing too much, but hey, so it interested you that much. Yay, go and watch it. Yes, please go and watch Under Siege. This is not in any way a promotion. It is just my show where I talk about movies and what I have learned from them, what I think you should hold on to instead of just watching for your entertainment. And yeah, it has been great doing this with you. I really hope that you stick with me for future purposes. And please like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video. Share this video to your friends and family. Thank you so much. I still remain Damilola Princess, the Storyshower. Until next time, ciao.